Imagine walking barefoot along a quiet beach in southern Greece. The waves gently crash, the sun sets over the Aegean, and everything seems peaceful. But just a few meters beneath the surface, hidden from the naked eye, lies something extraordinary, a city older than Athens, older than Rome, and even older than the very legends of Atlantis. This isn't a myth, it's real. Streets, houses, courtyards, tombs, and even an organized grid system remain intact beneath the sea. This is Pavlopetri, the world's oldest known sunken city. For over 5,000 years, it has rested quietly beneath the waves, preserving the stories of the Bronze Age. But how did this city thrive, and why did it disappear beneath the sea? In this video, we'll uncover the mysteries of Pavlopetri, its people, its architecture, its rise, and its sudden fall. Stay tuned, because the story of Pavlopetri may just change how you think about human history. Pavlopetri lies just off the coast of Laconia in southern Greece, only about 4 meters underwater. Today, it looks like a peaceful, shallow bay, but in 1967, marine geologist Nicholas Fleming noticed something strange. Beneath the crystal-clear waters, he spotted stone walls, streets, and foundations. What he had found was not a natural formation but an ancient city. Later, in 2009, archaeologists from the University of Nottingham carried out an underwater survey. Using 3D digital mapping, they revealed a city plan with astonishing detail: stone-paved streets, rectangular buildings, tombs, and even large complexes that may have served as workshops or public spaces. Unlike Atlantis, Pavlopetri isn't legend. It's not fantasy. It's real, it's mapped, and it's accessible for study. And what it reveals about human civilization is stunning. So what was life like in Pavlopetri over 5,000 years ago? Archaeologists believe the city dates back to around 2800 BCE, the early Bronze Age. At its peak, Pavlopetri was a thriving port city that connected Greece with other Mediterranean civilizations. The ruins tell us much about daily life. Houses were rectangular with multiple rooms, organized around courtyards. Streets were laid out in a grid-like fashion, showing advanced urban planning. Pottery fragments reveal storage jars for olive oil, wine, and grain. Some jars even match styles found in Crete, suggesting trade with the Minoans. This was not a small fishing village, it was a hub of trade and craftsmanship. Archaeologists also found evidence of weaving in textiles, which may have been one of Pavlopetri's main industries. Imagine the scene: women weaving cloth on looms, merchants loading goods onto ships, and children running along stone-paved streets. The sound of the sea, the smell of olive oil and fish, the lively conversations in the marketplace. Pavlopetri was alive with activity. And unlike many other Bronze Age sites, Pavlopetri gives us something rare: an almost complete city plan. The streets, the houses, the tombs, they're all still there. It's as if the sea swallowed the city whole, preserving it for future generations to find. Pavlopetri is old, very old. Dating back to 2800 BCE, it predates even the legendary city of Troy. To put that in perspective, this city existed 1,000 years before Homer's epics, centuries before the rise of Athens, and long before the Parthenon stood proudly on the Acropolis. What makes Pavlopetri unique is not just its age but its organization. Cities of this period often grew haphazardly. But Pavlopetri was different. It had an organized grid, suggesting careful planning and advanced social structures. It wasn't just a random cluster of houses, it was a city designed for living, trading, and thriving. This level of sophistication challenges what we thought we knew about early urban development. Pavlopetri proves that Bronze Age societies were capable of complex city planning much earlier than historians once believed. It forces us to re-examine how advanced these ancient cultures truly were. But if Pavlopetri was so advanced, how did it end up beneath the sea? Like many ancient cities, Pavlopetri eventually disappeared. But unlike others, it wasn't abandoned on land, it sank beneath the waves. Why? Archaeologists believe there are several possibilities. One explanation is earthquakes. Greece is one of the most seismically active regions in Europe. Over centuries, tremors could have gradually sunk parts of the city below sea level. Another possibility is rising sea levels after 1000 BCE. Climate changes and tectonic shifts might have slowly submerged the coastline. There's also the theory of tsunamis, possibly triggered by the massive eruption of Thera, modern-day Santorini, around 1600 BCE. This catastrophic event sent shockwaves across the Aegean, devastating coastal settlements. Could Pavlopetri have been one of its victims? The truth is, no single explanation fully solves the mystery. It may have been a combination of earthquakes, rising seas, and catastrophic events. What's certain is that by around 1000 BCE, Pavlopetri was gone. The sea had claimed it, turning homes and streets into an underwater graveyard. But unlike most cities that vanish from history, Pavlopetri remained remarkably intact, preserved beneath shallow waters for millennia. For centuries, Pavlopetri lay forgotten beneath the waves. Fishermen may have sailed over it, unaware of the ruins beneath. That all changed in 1967 when Nicholas Fleming spotted its outlines. In 2009, technology allowed archaeologists to study the site in greater detail. Using 3D laser scanning, sonar, and underwater drones, researchers mapped the entire city with incredible accuracy. For the first time, we could see Pavlopetri not as scattered ruins but as a living, breathing city plan. Today, Pavlopetri is studied as part of Greece's underwater cultural heritage. But it's also at risk. Pollution, tourism, and even passing ships threaten to disturb the fragile site. Organizations like UNESCO are working to preserve it, but the challenges are immense. So why does Pavlopetri matter? First, it shows us that Bronze Age societies were far more advanced than we once believed. They planned cities, traded widely, and developed industries that shaped the ancient world. Second, Pavlopetri is a reminder of how fragile human civilization can be. Entire cities can disappear, swallowed by the sea, leaving behind only silent ruins. Today, as modern cities face threats from rising sea levels, Pavlopetri feels like a warning from history. Finally, Pavlopetri is proof that myths like Atlantis are not entirely far-fetched. While Atlantis may remain a legend, Pavlopetri is a real-life sunken city, preserved beneath the waves, reminding us that truth can be stranger than myth. Pavlopetri is more than just ruins. It's a window into our shared past, a reminder of the lives lived thousands of years ago, of children playing, merchants trading, and families gathering in stone courtyards. Its streets may lie underwater, but its story still echoes. And it raises a question: if Pavlopetri lay hidden for thousands of years, what other cities might be waiting to be discovered beneath the seas? What other stories remain untold? If you enjoyed this dive into forgotten history, subscribe to our channel for more journeys into lost worlds and ancient mysteries. And remember, sometimes the greatest stories are hidden just beneath the surface.